Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient for multiple toxic nests. Must spawn.
Purifiers were born here, converted from the personalities of great warriors. But one of them was merely a prisoner, a Tal'Darim. His AI personality managed to infiltrate our systems and turn them against us. I can undo the damage, but I will need your help.
Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Not enough minerals.
Initial security terminal is clear. Fear not, there are several more. The Tal'Darim has altered the holographic security forces to resemble warriors he fought when he was still alive.
Enemy forces approaching. Defense required.
Nothing more to do here. I shall move on to the next area in a moment.
Gather near the objective. We will ensure its safety.
Proceeding.
Additional Vespene gas required. Insufficient Vespene gas. Mineral quantity insufficient.
Analyzing corrupted security data. Stand by. Hostile forces have been deployed to my position.
Need more Vespene gas. Many toxic nests ready. Deployment advised.
This is just a transport. It has no shields to defend me from these strikes.
Forces in combat. Gas.
Restoration efforts have reached the halfway point. This suppression tower was once a useful defense. Now it is in the way of my work. Kindly dispose of it. I am unable to progress due to the tower's interruption.
Activating emergency shields.
I am under attack. Care to assist?
Allied forces in combat.
Systems work halted by tower strikes.
Command unacceptable. Allied forces in combat. More overlords required. Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete.
My work here is nearly finished, if you can believe it.
Many nests ready. Deployment advised.
Tower attacks have temporarily disabled my systems. This is just a transport. It has no shields to defend me from these strikes.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Transport systems are near failure. Suppression towers down.
Swarm forces under attack.
Data secure. This security terminal is clear of corruption.
Additional Vespine gas required.
The transport is nearly ready. Relocating to the third terminal soon. Moving forward.
Hive cluster targeted for attack. Eliminate incoming enemies. Need more Vespine gas. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated.
Interesting. One of the data cores has not yet been breached by the rogue Tal'Darim. If you could recover these personalities, the purifiers would be grateful.
Space under assault. Swarm forces under attack. Allies space under assault. Regeneration commencing. Allied forces in combat.
Restoring original security protocol. Try to be patient.
Insufficient.
The
Vespine
Tal'Darim
gas.
still thinks he can destroy me. Can you prove him wrong?
Additional Vespine gas required. Insufficient Vespine. Allied forces in combat.
Detecting another suppression tower. We can only move in secrecy for a little longer. The Tal'Darim will find the data core soon. Tower attacks have temporarily disabled my systems.
Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces in combat. Evolving brutalist.
System takeover is halfway complete. And yes, I am doing my best. I recommend taking out that suppression tower, quickly. Tal'Darim's signature detected. He's found the data core. Be swift. Systems work halted by tower strikes.
Attack.
The tower has ceased its fire. At least something is going right.
Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack.
But Tal'Darim has gained control of the data core. I fear for the personalities it held. I am unable to progress due to the tower's interruption. My transport is nearly in ruins. Tower destroyed. Good work. I will have to ask for more of it.
Additional Vespine gas. Mutation complete. Allied forces in combat.
Only 25% of the corruption remains.
Spot. Swarm mutated.
The enemy is breaking apart my transport.
Allied forces in
System
combat.
integrity verified. We are back online at this location.
Sensing cloaked units. Detection advised.
Men available.
Allied forces in combat.
Warning. I will set out for the next location shortly.
Then so shall it be.
Transport en route.
Allied forces in combat. Allied forces, swarm forces under attack. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack.
Our adversaries intend to eliminate us. Templar, greet them in kind.
Need more Vespine gas.
Beginning security data restoration. Considerable wait time ahead. I require aid. System defenses have been activated against me. Enemy suppression tower activated.
Brutalisk. Allied forces in combat.
The tower has ceased fire. At least something is going right.
Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces in combat.
I have regained control of 50% of our systems, but it hasn't been easy. I recommend taking out that suppression tower, quickly. Tower destroyed. Good work. I will have to ask for more of it. I have overwritten 3/4 of the Tal'Darim's alterations. Hold fast. Enemy suppression tower activated.
Allied forces in combat.
Systems work halted by tower strikes.
Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack.
Despite the odds, everything has been fully reset here.
Swarm forces under attack. Need more Vespine gas.
Plotting a course to the final terminal. I will depart soon. Advancing toward the next terminal now. There are more personalities in the data core here. Try to reach them before the enemy does.
Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces.
You have protected another of my brethren. The enemy strikes our data core.
Swarm forces under attack.
This purifier is free from harm. Thanks to your diligence, the personalities of these warriors are safe.
Swarm forces under attack.
Shielding our warriors now.
Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Accessing security terminal and beginning data reset. I require aid. System defenses have been activated against me. Detecting another suppression tower.
Moon is now ready.
to the tower's interruption. The tower has ceased fire. At least something is going right. Enemy suppression tower activated. I have regained control of 50% of our systems, but it hasn't been easy.
Allied forces, swarm forces, under attack forces.
Tower attacks have temporarily disabled my systems. Suppression tower down.
Allied forces in combat.
Suppression towers are powering up in several locations.
Allied forces under attack.
My work here is nearly finished, if you can believe it. Tower destroyed. Good work. I will have to ask for more of it. Tower attacks have temporarily disabled my systems.
Allied forces in combat. Brutalist swarm forces under attack. Allied forces.
My Templar have taken a loss.
Allied forces.
Men available.
Evil.
The enemy is breaking apart my transport.
Allied forces in combat.
Suppression tower down.
A well-deserved victory.
Not enough minerals. More minerals required.
Man, am I glad to see the two of you! My base is getting slammed by these Void Thrashers, and it can't take much more. I'm too busy fighting fires in here to handle them myself. You gotta destroy those Thrashers before they destroy this fortress! See that rift over yonder? That's how a Thrasher appears on the battlefield. Get ready to welcome it, would ya?
Not enough minerals. Enemy inbound. Must defend Hive Cluster.
All right, time to punch in. Your objective is to knock down that Thrasher.
Objective identified. Swarm will engage. More minerals required. Allied forces in combat. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses.
Void Thrashers are starting to burn a hole through the fortress's ceiling. So, you know, that seems bad.
Defend it or die. This is the only choice I shall give you.
Void Thrasher obliterated.
Looks like we got several risks to deal with. Hope you're up for this.
Insufficient Vespene gap. Allied forces. Additional Vespene gas required. More minerals required. Swarm forces under attack.
Enemy attack upon our base. Show them no mercy.
Need more Vespine gas. Allied forces in combat.
Looks like the Thrashers have arrived. Let's kick them back to the void.
Allied forces in combat.
Hey! The fortress is under attack!
My brood shall prepare for its defense.
Taking some serious heat here. Void Thrashers ain't letting up!
Regeneration forces in combat progress.
Void Thrasher defeated.
Potential for multiple toxic forces in combat. Use insufficient Vespine gas.
Multiple rifts on the field. Gonna have some Thrashers to deal with real soon.
Sequences spun. Swarm mutated.
The Void Thrashers are on the field. Take them out, commanders.
Our foe dares to attack our base. They will regret this.
A Void Thrasher has been annihilated.
The rifts are opening. Won't be long before we gotta light up some Thrashers.
Need more Vespine gas. Cloaked units encountered. Need detection. Allied forces in combat.
Looks like Mobius Corps sent a damn Archangel after us. Ought to bust that thing up before it causes too much trouble. Archangel's making a tactical retreat. Most likely to repair itself. Sooner you attack it, sooner those repairs will stop. Ha! Just goes to show, no piece of hardware is half as good as the pilot inside it.
Regeneration commencing. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in
Here come the Thrashers, Commander. Let's light them up!
Allied forces in combat. Potential for multiple toxic.
Solid work there! Sensors show only 3 Void Thrashers left.
Allied forces in combat. Allied
We
forces.
are the swarm. There was no other outcome.
minerals required. Many toxic nests.
Amon's servants have desecrated these temple grounds to empower a Void Shade hybrid. If it succeeds, it could destroy us all. You must strike down the Void Slivers to prevent its awakening.
Acceptable.
Huh? Go ahead. Ah!
We require more minerals.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
Big job, huh? SCV ready. SCV overtime.
Hive cluster targeted for attack. Eliminate incoming enemies.
One hell of a healing device.
Command unacceptable. Potential full.
We must strike a Void Sliver. The hybrid has almost formed.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mutation complete.
You have crushed a Void Sliver. I knew you could be trusted.
Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses.
The people of this world have been trapped here since the battle began. We must ensure they depart soon. If you can help defend the ship when it leaves, I will not forget it. The evacuation vessel is moving forward. I pray it remains safe.
Sequences spun. Swarm. Need more Vespine gas. Allied forces in combat. Hostile organisms approaching. Must secure perimeter.
The ship will stop here to pick up more survivors.
Sharing reserve regeneration. Healing in progress.
Shade hybrid will awaken soon, unless you destroy a sliver.
Cloaked units encountered. Need detection. Insufficient Vespine gas. Many additional Vespine gas required. Deployment advised. Insufficient Vespine gas. Evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximized. Swarm forces under attack.
To spare. The hybrid is rising.
Regeneration commencing. Heal armies.
Hostile sighted inbound on our base.
Two void slivers have been annihilated. Good. I must warn you, the ship will be leaving shortly. Ship is underway. most of the power from the temple. Shatter a void sliver. At last, we can evacuate everyone in this area now.
We're about to have company. Enemy forces are gunning for us.
The evacuation ship is almost ready to resume its course.
Need more Vespine gas. Sharing Zerg regeneration. Healing in progress.
The evacuation ship is heading out. Keep watch over it. We are on the edge of ruin, my friends. Fight with all you have.
Allied forces under attack.
That was the last ship. I grieve for those we have left behind.
Mutation complete. Hive cluster under direct assault. Swarm forces under attack.
And so, the end comes.
Mineral quantity insufficient. Many toxic.
This is Deborah Green, Guildmaster of the local Kelmorian mining crew. My people have to be evacuated as soon as possible. Our ships can't start their launch sequences without attracting the infested. We need you to protect us until we're up in the air. We have several ships ready for launch. Head out to one of them when you're ready so that it can prepare for liftoff.
Must spawn more overlords. Command unacceptable.
Commanders, one of my pilots is getting antsy. I think he might try to launch without you.
Activating a drone. This should hook us up with some extra gas.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Need more Vespine gas.
The ship's trying to launch without you. They can't get off the ground before the infested arrive.
Activating laser drill. 174 gigawatts. Pretty.
Just one more ship lost, and there won't be enough left to save the survivors.
Additional Vespine gas required. Enemy forces approaching. Defense required. Protoss observed. Allied forces in combat.
Infested are one thing, but Amon's forces are an even bigger threat. Take them out.
Need more Vespine gas. Swarm forces under attack.
KMC supplied us with eradicators. They've gone haywire. If you could deal with them for us, I'd appreciate it. Won't be long before the enemy starts attacking the ship, and those people start to die. Now listen, you need to hold off the infested until the ship's in the sky. We just might get out of here alive after all.
Sequences spun. Swarm mutated.
My people are dependent on you. Don't keep them waiting.
Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Looks like the enemy's cloaked. We need some detectors out there.
Allied forces sufficient overlords. Not enough minerals. Regeneration commencing. Will heal armies.
That ship's getting out of here. No need to commit any more forces to it. If the Eradicators re-enter the facility, you won't be able to reach them. You gotta move it if you want to hit them.
Just peachy. Got a wave of enemies gunning for us.
Lind is now ready.
Quantity insufficient.
We're counting on you, Commanders. Launch in progress.
Allied forces in combat. Sequencing surge regeneration. Healing in progress.
That's Blightbringer. Killed a lot of us when the infestation started. Return the favor if you get the chance. Eradicators are gone. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll incinerate everything after the evacuation. Incoming enemy attack. They're headed for one of the ships. That ship's safe now, but there are several more that need your help. Don't know why these guys want us dead, but I'm glad you're here to defend us.
Allied forces in combat. Additional mutation complete. Toxic nests ready. Deployment advised.
Got some bad guys coming after our base.
Can't thank you enough for this, Commanders.
Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces commencing combat will heal armies. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces space under assault. Drones under attack. Allied forces potential combat. Multiple insufficientness sequences must use swarm. Mutated command unacceptable.
Lightbringer won't stay above ground forever. If you're gonna kill it, you should do it soon. Enemies on the move. Gotta put a stop to them, Commanders. Heads up, Commanders. We got company coming.
Combat. Allied forces.
Evacuation efforts are going well, Commanders. Just gotta keep protecting those ships.
Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution. Evolving Brutalisk. Threat
Men
maximized. Swarm forces under attack. Many toxic nests ready. Deployment advised.
Well, that's one fewer disaster to worry about. Thank you, Commanders. You just saved a lot of lives, Commanders. We owe you big.
Allied forces in combat.
Hold the line while the engines are warming up.
Swarm forces under attack. Overlords. Allied forces under attack. Sharing Zerg regeneration. Healing in progress. Allied forces in combat. Forces in combat.
Won't bring back the people it killed, but thank you for at least giving them justice.
Got an enemy attack inbound on our base, buddy.
We have liftoff. At least some of us will survive this mess.
Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution. Allied forces in combat.
Land is now ready.
Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack.
Keep holding the line, Commanders. Evacuation is almost complete.
Combat. Additional Vespine gas required. Allied forces in combat.
Enemies coming for our base. Thought you might want to know. Hey, not bad for a wrench jockey, huh?
Not enough minerals. Many more toxic nests required. Ready. Deep.
Hi, Commanders. I thought everyone had forgotten about me out here. The hallucinations are the only visitors I've had. I guess that's terrazine for you. Speaking of, someone has been destroying my harvesting bots. Could you provide an escort for them?
More overlords required. More minerals required. Not enough minerals. Must spawn more overlords. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. I have detected
detected an incoming enemy attack. They are moving swiftly.
Ooh, I've located a soon-to-be active geyser. Make sure to escort the bot I'll send to harvest it.
Allies base under assault. More minerals required.
Okay, I'm sending a bot to collect the geyser's terrazine. Don't let it get destroyed. These guys are smashing my bots to pieces. I really don't want to pick up after them. Oh, that's just great. The enemy is moving toward my bots. I knew I should have put more turrets on those things.
Allied forces.
The enemy's attacking my bots. Jeez, commanders! Can't you keep a hold of aggro? Enemy forces have converged on my bots! Everybody get in there!
Not enough minerals. More
A successful terrazine harvest. Now that bot just has to make it home safely. The bots are back in town! The bots are back in town!
mineral quantity. Mutation complete.
More geysers are gonna be active soon. Don't ask how I know that. I just do.
Potential for multiple toxic nests. Must use. Allies base under assault. Insufficient overlords. More minerals required.
My bots really want to get to the terrazine. Oh, they're kind of impatient, so I'm letting them out now.
Not enough minerals.
Hostile forces are advancing on my bots. Have they no respect for science?
Evolving brutalist. Threat maximization commencing. Will heal armies.
My bots are heading back to base. Be careful! Commanders, it's a jungle out there.
The enemy has mobilized. We should move to intercept.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Woo! My bots are
Many
back! That means it's
toxic
tea
nests
time!
ready.
The T is for
Deployment
terrorism.
advised. Hive cluster under direct assault.
I think I have a little less than half the terrazine I need. I guess I'll be sending out more bots.
Ally space under assault.
If I were a betting man, I'd put money on more geysers showing up soon. If, I had any money.
Brutalisk. Pinnacle.
I'm taking terrazine directly out of the majestic Belshire gliders. You might want to stop them if you can, commanders.
Allied forces in combat.
I built these bots myself in a cave with a box of scraps, so I'd appreciate it if they came back intact. I'm picking up some hostile forces headed for my bots. They must really want that terrazine.
Allied forces in
Please,
combat.
please, please stop the enemy from breaking my stuff! Once the Belshire glider's terrazine is gone, it'll be dead. So try to free it sooner than later. If you have a heart, that is.
Allied forces in
Oh, come on! I can't afford to lose any more bots, commanders! They're all I have left!
Spawn. Swarm mutated. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Hey! Hey, they're attacking my bots! Commanders!
Additional. More overlords required. Allied forces complete combat. Allied forces in combat.
What's made to last forever and being destroyed? My bots are under attack! My bots are under attack! Ah! It's ruined! It's all ruined! Just like my graduate thesis project!
Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Potential.
Got a contract you might want to help me fill. Amon's using Tarsonis' old train system to ship some questionable Mobius cargo. I've been hired to destroy those trains, but I don't have the personnel to do it. I'm thinking maybe you do. What do you say?
More overlords required. Must spawn more overlords. Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Hostile organisms approaching. Must secure perimeter. Not enough minerals. Terran forces in opposition. More overlords required.
Got eyes on your objective. Blow up that train before it reaches its destination.
Target in transit. Will pursue. Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses.
A main objective has been destroyed.
Satisfaction achieved. Additional Vespine gas required.
Here we go. Knock that train over and raise some hell.
Allied forces in combat. Sharing Zerg regeneration.
Main objective destroyed.
Swarm unstoppable. Cannot escape. Enemy inbound. Must defend Hive cluster.
Heads up. Another train's in transit.
Additional Vespine gas required. Not enough minerals. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Mutation complete. Need more Vespine gas.
Main objective destroyed.
You cannot flee from what you cannot see.
Has evolved.
Trains on that bottom track are faster than the others. You can try and stop them, but you gotta be quick.
Hive cluster targeted for attack. Eliminate incoming enemies. Vespine gas. Ally space under assault. Allied forces in combat.
Our enemies are close. We must plan accordingly.
Allied forces in combat. Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution.
Two trains leaving simultaneously. Looks like your dance card's full.
Additional Vespine gas required. Maximized. forces in combat. Regeneration armies. Imminent nuclear launch. Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack. Enemy forces approaching. Defense required.
Looks like we're making good progress. We've knocked over roughly half their shipments.
Allies base under assault. Nuclear launch observed.
The main objective is escaping. A main objective has been destroyed.
They could no more evade our wrath than their own shadow.
Men available.
Incoming train. Do whatever it takes to derail it.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Allied forces Vespine gas.
The enemy is en route to our base. Nerazim, ignite your blades.
Allied forces in combat.
A main objective has been destroyed.
Evasion unsuccessful. Poor planning. Allies base under assault. Allied forces in combat. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Sharing Zerg regeneration. Healing in progress.
Main objective destroyed.
None slip through the fingers of the Nerazim. Our foes are headed for us. Be ready to defend.
Client's willing to pay extra if you take out the trains on the bottom track. You take them out, Amon's mad, and I'm happy. Win-win.
A main objective has been destroyed.
Escape pattern inefficient. Easily disrupted. Swarm forces under attack. Enemy assaulting drones.
Bonus objective complete.
Forces under attack commencing. Will heal armies. Allies base drone assault under attack. Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution. Enemy assaulting drones. Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses.
They can't have much cargo left. Keep it up.
Imminent nuclear launch. Brutalisk. Threat. Mutation complete. Brutal allied forces in combat. Allied space under assault. Swarm forces. Allied forces in combat.
Main objective destroyed.
Well done. It has fallen.
Another contract fulfilled. You got my thanks, commanders, but not my cut.
Greetings, Commanders. My fellow scientists have determined that Amon is using Kaldir as a staging ground for his troop shuttles. The warp conduits he uses cannot be attacked, so you will need to destroy the shuttles themselves before they can warp away.
More overlords. Mineral quantity insufficient.
The central warp conduit is active. Amon will surely attempt to send his shuttles through it soon.
Must spawn more overlords. More minerals required. Enemies sniffed out our base. Let's make them.
Allied forces in combat.
Ain't no enemy like the one you know.
Allied forces in combat.
Cloaked enemies are walking right behind our backs. Let's get some detection going.
Allied forces in combat. Command unacceptable.
A whole mess of trouble is gonna land here on our base in a hot minute.
Forces in combat.
Multiple shuttle launches bearing for the central warp conduit. Destroying them is your main objective.
Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete. Enemy forces approaching. Defense required. Allied forces in combat.
Shuttles eliminated, Commanders.
Heaven's Devil style.
Kaldyr's Xel'Naga shrines may contain invaluable knowledge. My team is setting out to scan them, but they will require protection. Preparing a research vessel. Let's make this one count.
Evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximum. Allied forces in combat.
A warp conduit is powering up, and a wave of shuttles is bearing toward it.
Stay frosty. It's on the move.
Allied forces in combat. Allied
Enemy
forces
attacks on the way to our base. I don't like this one bit.
Not enough minerals.
Sharing Zerg regeneration. Healing in progress. Allied forces in combat.
Our scans are finished. Science owes you a great debt, Commanders.
Ah, that is the way you do it.
Scans confirm the shuttle's destruction.
Sure do hope they said their goodbyes. Hostile forces are zeroing in on our base. Keep your eyes peeled.
Allied forces in combat.
Pack your bags and get on board.
More minerals required. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Another wave of shuttles is headed for a warp conduit.
Fleeing. Futile action. Command unacceptable. Insufficient overlords. Allied forces quantity combat insufficient. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Shuttles are no more.
Swarm unstoppable. Cannot escape.
Company's coming to our base, and they do not look too happy.
Forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
Research vessel ready. Let's get a team to that shrine.
Minerals. Mutation complete. Potential for multiple toxic nests. Must use. Allied forces in combat.
Two warp conduits have come online. Your objective is to stop both waves of shuttles from escaping.
Allied forces in combat. Hive cluster targeted for attack. Eliminate incoming enemies.
You have prevented the shuttle's escape.
No one pisses us off.
Allied forces surge combat generation. In progress. Allied forces in combat.
Scan complete. Thank you for your help. They would have been lost without you.
Objective survives. Enemy efforts unimpressive. Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution. Evolving Brutalisk, threat maximized. Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution. Allied forces in combat.
Another warp conduit has been activated. A wave of shuttles is headed toward it.
Why's it gotta run away like that?
Need more Vespine gas.
The shuttles have been destroyed.
Evasion unsuccessful. Poor planning.
A whole mess of trouble is gonna land here on our base in a hot minute.
Our research vessel is ready. We're moving out now.
Evolution complete. Allied forces in combat.
A wave of shuttles is making its way to an active warp conduit.
Objective attempting escape. Will intercept.
A wave of shuttles has been shot down.
Love it.
Sufficient Vespine? No, not possible. Supply limit reached.
Hostile forces are zeroing in on our base. Keep your eyes peeled.
We've gathered the data we need. Thank you for the escort, commanders.
I'd do a little dance, but I'm busy.
Allied forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack.
All 3 warp conduits are active. We must make haste to prevent their escape.
Another story for Joey Rays.
minerals required. Many toxic nests ready. Deployment advised. More overlords.
This is Donnie Vermillion, live in orbit around Viridia Prime, a once beautiful resort, now under assault by nefarious forces. The plan is to have workers gather xenon crystals to restore the environmental stabilizer. But is that the whole story? Experts say lava surges occur every few minutes, obliterating anything in the way. That low ground is a dangerous place to be. The lava is rising. Let's hope the forces down there can reach high ground safely. Or not. We could use the ratings.
Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient.
Looks like the receding lava has left behind crystals. For Viridia's sake, let's hope the workers gather those quickly. Terry, the counter shows 2 minutes left. Should we be getting out of orbit? We're fine. Okay, good. Bringing a crystal to the stabilizer has bought them some time, but it will take more than time to heal this planet's wounds. This report from Terry, our seismologist, who says seismic activity is increasing. That means lava, and it's coming soon. Here's the lava. Watch the low ground, viewers. That's where the action is.
More minerals required.
Looks like the lava has fully receded. Can the commander's workers make up for the lost time?
Opposition, Protoss. Good. Biomass for experimentation.
Our seismologist believes the coming lava surge is breaching the mantle. Terry, this is boring science stuff. I'm not reading this. Another lava surge has come. We'll have more after this short message from our sponsor. lava surge is ending, viewers. But stay with us. I'm sure there's a lot more excitement to come. I'm getting word the enemy forces are attacking the commander's workers. Let's watch as the battle erupts.
Sequences spun, swarm mutated. Sharing Zerg regeneration. Healing in progress. Many toxic nests ready. Deployment advised. Evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximized.
I'm getting word that the environmental stabilizer is now at 25%, which is still 3/4 of a failure. A jolt of seismic activity rocks the surface of Viridia Prime. The lava won't be too far behind. Another lava surge is here. Evacuation of the low ground had better be underway. A molten salamander has emerged from the lava. Conservationists say they're endangered. But who's in danger now?
Has evolved. Need more Vespine gas. Evolution complete.
We are hearing that the lava is receding, and the race to reactivate the stabilizer is back on.
Allied forces in combat. Insufficient Vespine gas. Allies base under assault. Multiple toxic nests. Must use.
We're still waiting for workers to collect a crystal and bring it to the stabilizer. Hopefully things pick up soon.
Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm has evolved. Allied forces in combat. Sequences spun.
2 minutes left. The air in the studio is so thick, I can barely speak. But I will, for you. The telltale rumbling has begun. I expect we'll be seeing a lava surge soon, and a big one. I'm getting a report that the lava is surging right now. Let's switch to Lava Cam 6. The salamander has resurfaced. I normally don't editorialize, but that thing looks angry.
Potential for multiple toxic nests. Must you?
The lava has receded once more, leaving both crystals and destruction in its wake. There's 1 minute left. One single, solitary minute. Brought to you by UNN.
Allied forces in combat. Additional Vespine gas required.
A devastating loss. This will surely haunt Emperor Valerian to the end of his reign.
More minerals required. Many toxic nests.
Listen up, Commanders. We've got a serious level of infestation here, and we need to burn it out stat. These monsters are dangerous at night, but they burn out during the day. That's when we'll torch the infested structures.
Overlords. Must spawn more overlords. Insufficient overlords. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. More minerals.
We're almost out of daylight. Once the sun sets, the infested will come knocking on our door.
More overlords required.
The sun is down. Defend against the infested until it rises again.
Not enough minerals.
Keep your distance from those kaboomers. We call them that for a reason, you know.
Allies base under assault.
Chrono Boost online. Our structure should now operate at a greater efficiency.
Allies base under assault. More minerals required. Mutation complete. Allies base under assault. Mineral quantity insufficient. Command unacceptable. More minerals. Allies base under assault.
Just a little longer, Commanders. The infested can't survive in the sun.
More overlords required. Not enough minerals.
We made it to the dawn. To stop the infestation, we need to destroy enough of it each day. Head to these coordinates to start.
Enemy Terrans on battlefield.
Sending you the coordinates for more structures.
Insufficient mineral quantity insufficient. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Need more Vespine gas. Additional Vespine gas required. Insufficient overlords.
I am activating Chrono Boost now. That should greatly increase the output of our structures.
We're not done yet, Commanders. Here's some more structures to burn out.
Swarm has
Another day's
evolved.
coming to an end. Here come the infested. We have to hold them off until sunrise. Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost. There's still a lot of infestation left, but we'll get every last bit of it.
Must spawn more overlords. More minerals required.
base under assault. See potential for multiple toxic nests.
Detecting some spotters. They can fly, so you better keep an eye on them.
Allies space.
The infested are trying to break through one of our barricades.
Allies base under assault. Command swarm has evolved. Regeneration commencing. Will heal armies. Allies base under assault. Allies base under assault. Allies base under assault.
Chrono boost activated. Our structures should research and create units much more quickly now.
Mineral quantity.
Amon's supporting the infested with his own forces. It's gonna be a long night.
Allies base under assault. Allies base under assault.
Daybreak is just around the corner. Hold the line until then.
Allies base under assault. Mutation complete. Evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximized.
Sunrise. That's our cue to move. We won't have enough time later if we destroy too few structures today.
Imminent nuclear launch. Observed. Insufficient. Not nuclear launch observed. Mutation complete.
Detecting more structures at this location.
Additional mineral quantity insufficient.
Looks like we can find additional structures here. Make the most of the day, Commanders. It's nearly over.
Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution.
A lot of dead out there. Make sure that we don't join them. Detecting a viral phage in the field. Killing it could prevent future infestations, but we'll have to attack it at night. That viral phage will burrow once the sun is up. It may take you more than one night to kill it.
Sharing Zerg regeneration.
Healing allied.
A barricade is under attack. Well, that's one less headache to worry about on this planet. Thanks, Commanders. We've got a barricade taking some damage here. Like the hustle, but I'd advise against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime.
I am activating Chrono Boost now. That should greatly increase the output of our structures.
Insufficient ally space under assault.
Sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
Under attack. Ally space under assault.
Enemy Nidus worm detected.
Unit ally space under assault.
Like the hustle, but I'd advise against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime.
Ally space under assault. Ally space for assault. Many toxic.
Are you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now too? Perfect.
Ally space under assault. Ally space under assault.
This may look bad, but it won't last much longer. Morning's almost here.
Our foe is utilizing cloaking technology. We will require detectors.
Ally space under assault.
I've got another sector with structures on my scanners. About half of the infestation has been cleared out. Don't give up.
Nuclear launch observed. Evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximized. Swarm insufficient. No attack not possible. Supply limit reached.
Chrono Boost activated. Our structures should research and create units much more quickly now.
Detecting more structures at this location.
Swarm forces generation. Heal armies.
Looks like the sun's about to set. Get ready for nightfall.
Generation commencing. Heal armies.
Another night, another fight. Keep them out of our base. Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
Regeneration under assault in progress. Allied space under assault.
An enemy Nidus worm has emerged.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
Allied space swarm forces under attack. Allied space under assault. Swarm
We've burned out almost all of the infestation. Let's finish the job.
Chrono Boost online. Our structure should now operate at a greater efficiency.
No, not possible. Supply limited.
Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
Mend is now ready.
Allied space under assault.
Looks like Amon wants a piece of us too. Get those defenses in place.
Enemy Nidus worm detected.
Allied forces in combat.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute. Keep it up. Night's coming to an end soon.
Allied space under assault. Allied forces in combat. Brutalisk, pinnacle of Zerg evolution.
Let's get to work, Commanders. We have to burn enough of the infestation today so that we don't fall behind.
Brutalisk, threat maximized. Allied forces in combat. Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces in combat.
Mend available.
Swarm forces under attack. Organism Abathur, strongest there is.